Happy New Year. It is January the 1st. It is a Sunday here in New York. I am just walking to the gym, try and get a leg session in to start the new year, which also will be the final session in America, the final full day here in America. We fly out tomorrow on the 2nd of Jan, quite early. You'll see that. So this morning I've just got up, had a meal in. Obviously you saw the end of the last vlog that we didn't stay up till midnight. Conked it at about 10:30. Didn't bother going to Times Square for a multitude of reasons. Anyway, here we are. I'm just sipping on my Ghost watermelon warheads, also an elite flavor, hoping that it opens at 9 like I think it does. It's about 8:45 now, so hopefully I'll get there right on cue. One other thing is, a couple of sessions ago I trained pull and I did a stiff leg deadlift and I had my shoes off. Anyway, the guy who was very nice at the start, you know, like accommodating, etc., he was oh, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to wear shoes. This is after the session he came up to me and he said, oh, you know, for insurance reasons, you know, we've had lots of issues and you got to wear shoes. I'm like, okay, so I'm hoping he's not here today, or else my leg session I'm going to have to wear Converses, which I don't really want to be doing, especially on a hack squat or leg press variation. Don't particularly want to be wearing shoes. So fingers crossed he's not here, or else that will be a bit of a fuck around, to be honest. But anyway, we'll see you in there. Oh, and yeah, Olivia's unfortunately still not very well. Hasn't been getting better, but hopefully she's better for tomorrow for our flight. Fingers crossed. But yeah, riding solo this morning. On the plus side, I rocked in at 8:59, gym opened at 9 on the dot. Well, there's someone already in there, a worker was already in there, so I was all good to go in from 9. Got my session done inside 90 minutes. It was actually a very good leg session. Ended up going on the Smith squat as opposed to the hack squat, so I hadn't Smith squatted since left Australia, so it was good to get under that. Unfortunately, old mate was at the front desk, so I didn't want to cause a scene and not wear shoes, so I wore my Converses to Smith squat and leg press. There was no issues, to be honest. Felt fine, so thankfully that was all good. But yeah, didn't want to cause an issue by taking my shoes off. Anyway, just heading back now. It's weird heading back once you're all like, I'm dripping with sweat, but you got to put your jacket on. It's a bit chilly and it's running my nose. Anyway, I'll be back shortly to reconvene with Olivia. You know, before I left, I was speaking to a few people who like made the comments of, oh, better make sure you don't put on too much weight when you go away. Don't want to get out of shape and all of that, which I find quite interesting to think about. You know, like, we're in the world of health and fitness here, and it's really a lifestyle kind of thing. So I've actually been writing an Instagram post, which I'll put up the next day or two upon leaving, about how I was able to stay on track, you know, my health and fitness goals, etc., and not take a backward step, because I was having an incredible run in the last 6 months leading up to coming away, and the last thing I wanted to do was make a trip put me a few steps back, which it definitely hasn't. So I'm thankful to say that, you know, this trip has been amazing. My eating, training, all of that, haven't missed a beat, of course. So anyway, I won't go into too much depth on it now, but I'm sure I will in an Instagram post, and I'll probably even make a video on it when I get back to Australia, just to say, run through how you can stay on track when you travel, because it's not that difficult, and a few easy little steps that you can take to mitigate any of those issues. Okie dokie, so some time has elapsed, had some chill out time, watched a bit more Breaking Bad. We're getting through it. We're almost the end of season 2 almost. It's getting tense. Anyway, Olivia still isn't feeling great. She's having a bit of more of a nap. I'm heading off to the Rockefeller Center. We've got tickets for 2:40. Unfortunately, she'll miss out, but that's okay. Hopefully she'll rest up for the flight tomorrow. Anyway, I'm just waiting at the subway. Picked myself up a cold brew from Dunkin' Donut, but look how big this is. This is a medium. I was like, oh, do I just get a large? No, it's only a few cents. This is a medium. Anyway, I'll nail this down and head down to the Rockefeller Center. So just like that, we've made it to the top of the rock. Very clear view. How nice is that? As you can see, Central Park that way, the Empire State is the other way. Super clear, and it's not too cold either. I'll show you. Very clear. So there's a couple different sections. So there's a section down a couple stories below me, there's here, and then just above, which has an unobstructed view, whereas this has the glass. Alrighty, some time has now elapsed. It is 6:15. You might be able to hear the washing machine in the background. Anyway, so I made the trip back from the Rockefeller Center, went for a bit of a wander. Actually went to Target to pick up some groceries, etc. Vitamin shop to get some protein for my oats now. Also went to try go to Village Street Pizza, where we went 4 or 5 days ago. Unfortunately, they were closed, which is a bit of a bugger. I was going to get some pizza for Olivia and put up. I sent this photo to her, unfortunately. Anyway, back here now. All I'm doing is just cooking some rice. I've got about 600 grams of rice. Olivia thinks I'm talking to her. I'm talking to the vlog. Yep, so I've got about 600 grams of rice for 6 meals. I've got 3 pounds of meat, turkey and beef, which I'll cook up in a minute. Yeah, pretty much just prepping meals for tomorrow, the travel day, and packing up our suitcase for the evening. So we'll catch you soon. How's this going downstairs? Got Olivia's Papa John's pizza. So last NY pizza for Olivia, about to go down. Here's the next day.
Hey, okay.
Olivia's okay. We're all packed up. Suitcases. 1, 2, 3. Yes, we did accumulate one over this trip. It is just the cheapest option. Yeah, it was just easier. Anyway, it's almost 6 o'clock now. 20 to 6. And we'll head to Newark Airport shortly. Just like that. Made it to Newark Airport.
Newark. New Jersey.
Just realised, New Jersey.
Different state.
Different state. Not that I thought about it, but anyway. Our long commute back to Melbourne begins. So Newark to LAX inbound. Just like that, made it to LAX. So a 6-hour flight from New York. We probably landed about an hour ago. It's about 2 o'clock here in LA, which is actually 5 o'clock in New York Monday afternoon. Anyway, even though both flights are United, we didn't get our luggage to transfer through. So we picked up our luggage, then went to recheck it in. Didn't want to pay the $200 US for the oversized luggage. So we got into my bag, took out about 10 pounds worth of stuff, put it in our smaller suitcase, and just manipulated some things around. Anyway, success. Didn't need to pay overs. Anyway, we are just now, we've checked our luggage. It's a bit of a stuff around. We've got a long layover here. It's 2 o'clock now PM, and the flight departs at 10:30 PM. So it's a bit of chilling here. We've got some Mexican food. Yeah, we're just gonna chill here and keep posted. One thing that I was gonna say is, as we were leaving Newark Airport this morning, you just notice how many people go onto the plane with small suitcases as carry-on, as opposed to check-in them, because you've obviously got to pay extra to check in. And like, you're only allowed one per person. Like, I've checked, and that includes like a backpack, suitcase, etc.
You can have a purse.
Yeah, you can have like a personal item, but like we have backpacks each, so that's sort of our carry-on luggage. Anyway, so what they actually did was they forced people, as we're getting on, boarding the plane, literally as we're boarding, they were forcing people to check their luggage. So there was a huge pile at literally at the front of the plane of all these suitcases, because as we got on, all of the overhead lockers were basically full. Like, you just couldn't put anything in them. So people trying to get on, anyway, just wild. So, just like that, LA to Melbourne, 16 hours here. So it's obviously a bit later in the day. We arrived at 9 o'clock this morning. It is now 6 o'clock. We've had a day of just chilling, unpacking, went to the gym with Savo. Now we're gonna go just watching some Breaking Bad, and then we'll be catching an early night. But so we're back in Melbourne. That's it for the America vlogs. Hope you've enjoyed them all. Lots of adventures. I think this was the 29th vlog in America. Couldn't quite get 30. It's a bugger. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed it, and stay tuned for who knows what else I'm going to post.
Normal life.